my Flosstube friends. My name is Jill. Thanks for joining with me today. If you're new to this channel, I am iGoodea, and you can also find me on Instagram, and we talk about cross stitch. So if you have been here before, you know that already, but thank you for joining me again, and I hope you enjoy the next little while. So let's get started. I want to start by thanking everybody that commented on my last video. It was a crazy week. I didn't get a chance to, well, it's been more than a week. It's been a few weeks. But I didn't get a chance to like respond to any of the comments, but they were all so helpful and so nice. I was, I don't know, complaining, not really complaining, but I was saying in my last video that I could not seem to get my floss nice and tidy on my floss drops. And that was kind of what I didn't like about using floss drops. So I had a whole bunch of comments from people who have mastered the art of tidy floss on their drops. Lots of tips about what to do and suggestions of what I could try, and it was really helpful. I have not stitched on very many things with floss drops since then, just because I have been working on projects that are already on bobbins. I think I worked on one thing that had floss drops and it seemed to go better. So I'm hopeful that my my love of floss drops will grow. So I appreciate all of you taking the time to comment on that and help me out. So with that, let's just get into what I have been stitching. I haven't done a lot. Well, no, that's not true. I have done a lot of stitching, it just hasn't been the fun kind. I've been doing sewing, which I like to do normally, but I was doing like deadline sewing, which is stressful and not so fun. So my middle daughter was competing at a dance competition this past weekend. Oh, my words today, I'm struggling a little bit. She was at a dance competition and was competing in new ballet routine, and she needed like the full platter, tutu, leotard, all the stuff. So I had ordered one for her and it needed to be redone a little bit. So I have been stressing over that and trying to remake a platter tutu, which is like new territory for me. I've done sewing, but I have not done that before. I got it mostly done. I got it done enough that she got up on stage and looked lovely and did a great job. But if you look at it up close, it's not really great. So she only has to wear it one more time, and it's like the last part of June. So I have like a month and a half to kind of fix it and get it to where I'm happy with it. But I'm taking a break from it right now because I was super stressed about it. Anyway, that being said, little tangent there. I haven't been stitching as much as I wanted to. So if you remember, if you've been here before, so April was my birthday month and I wanted to start a new cross stitch every week for my birthday. So I haven't worked on anything that I started the first couple weeks, but then the third week, I told myself I needed to start some smaller things because I'm like, I love the big projects, the really big ones that take forever to finish. I needed some small things to just like, so I have a finish once in a while to keep me going. So I started Betsy's House by Plum Street Samplers. I love these patriotic ones. This is so cute. And it's just little, it's like, what is it? 98 by 90. So easy peasy, right? Well, I mean, it is easy peasy, but I still don't have a really big start on it here, folks. This is 2 days of stitching. Well, this is 2 times where I sat down to stitch. It's not like 2 full days and I have like a floss just hanging here. But both of the days I started working on this one, I got interrupted shortly after starting, so there's not a lot to show yet. I love it. Thank goodness it's so small, because at the rate I'm going on it, it's still gonna take me like way too long to finish. But look, I've got floss drops. They're just like the cards that they came on. This is the one that I tried all of your suggestions on. I haven't tried braiding yet, but it looks so pretty. I may have to try that. Anyway, they're still like organized, smooth, makes me happy. So that was my stitch for the 3rd week of April. I kind of want to put it back in the plastic so it doesn't go all over, but it's going to be crinkly. Super quiet. So the 4th week, I looked through all of these projects that I already have kitted up, because I love doing that part, so I just have tons of them, just like waiting for me to start them. And I thought about kitting up something new to start that last week. Like, I went through all of the options. I need to move this out of the way. Anyway, I finally decided I wasn't going to do any of that. I was going to work on a whip that I haven't pulled out since last year sometime. I haven't even touched it this year, and it's one I love. So I was like, I've got to just work on that. So I started this project last year, and I was missing 2 of the colors on it. Like, they were not to be found anywhere on earth. They were, I checked my LNS, I checked like 123 Stitch, I got on Etsy and just looked for anyone selling it. I was just looking for any independent sellers online. Nobody had these 2 colors, so I just started working without them. And then, like, during the summer, I got an email from 123 Stitch that they had the colors in again, so I jumped on there, I put them in my cart. It seems silly to like order 2 floss and that's it. So I like started looking through patterns. Anyway, by the time I went to check out, they were gone. So I tried again a couple weeks later. I got another notification that they had the colors back in, and I got them. My cart was all ready to go, and I got the floss, and it was in like the middle of August. And about that time I was kind of putting away most of my cross stitches, because in the fall and the winter I just kind of do seasonal stitching. So I just put it away, and I meant to pull it out in January, and I don't know what happened. I just didn't. But I've been thinking about it ever since January. So I finally decided I just wanted to pull it out and work on it some more. So this is, it's called Let Freedom Ring. Oh, I'm going very patriotic this month. This is Lila's studio. Lila's? Oh, I'm gonna say Lila, unless I hear otherwise. So I have finished, I've gotta take it out of the hoop. I finished like the big main part of it. Independence Haul is finished. So I feel like this is like the big part. This is the main focal point, and it's done except for the back stitching. So when I picked it up again, the trees are like 2 main colors. There's a little accent at the top, but I only had one of the colors done on them because the second color was it was Forest Glade, which was one that I had a really hard time finding. So I filled in all the rest of the trees, and then if you can see on both sides down here, there's some little bushes that I filled in. And then I didn't have the blue for the windows, so I filled in all of the windows in the main house, and then the sides over here. I got all of those done. And then I started up in this corner. You can see there's like a little basket right there, and that's, look on the chart, that's this little basket right here. So there's still a lot to do on the pattern. Like there's still a lot of little motifs up here, and then the stuff down on the bottom. but I feel like the big part is done. Like this is the really big part, and it's finished. So I kind of have like this new energy, you know, to keep going and working on it and get it finished. And I'm excited to be making some more progress on this one, because I really love this pattern. And I feel like the hard part is done, you know. So I kind of want to keep working on it, but I'm probably going to put it away until after May, because that's not in my plans for Stitch Mania, which I will talk about in a minute. Sorry, I'm trying to get the needle minder back on here so I don't lose it. Anyway, I love that pattern, and I'm excited to actually see some progress on it. The only other thing I worked on this month is, just realized I think I'm missing something. Anyway, right after I filmed my last Flosstube, I worked on my long dog sampler some more. You Belong to Me. I just worked on it for a couple more days, but I kind of felt like I was on a roll on it. I'd kind of gotten through like a hard part, and I was kind of cruising along. So I'm not going to take it out of the hoop right now, but I think in my last video I had done up through here. So I just worked on it for a couple more days and got like this bird and the other flamingo and this bunny up here, and at least one of these palm trees, maybe both of them, got finished. It just went so fast. I loved it. I love this sampler, and I'm so torn between wanting to see it finished and wanting it to never end. I'm really loving it. But at the same time, I really want to see like the whole finished thing and have it all done. And I feel like the end is kind of in sight. Like I just have this top left to do, which is really, it's like 3 pages. It's not like it's gonna get done next week. But like I can see where it's gonna end. So I'm excited for that to be done, and I'll just have to start another long dog when I'm done with it, because I always have to be working on one. Okay, so plans for me, Stitch Mania. So I'm hoping you know about Stitch Mania, or have heard of it, because I don't know all the details of it. I know it was a Facebook group back in like 2018 maybe, and that everyone was stitching like 18 new projects, and it's just kind of turned into this thing where you make plans for May and go crazy or whatever. So there are people out there that are starting 23 new projects this month because it's 2023. I'm not one of those people. The idea is appealing, but I don't think I would ever finish anything if I had that many whips going all at once. It's tempting. Like, I love starting new things, so it's tempting, but I also like finishing things. So I considered just starting enough whips to get me up to 23 whips. I think I probably only have maybe 11 or 12 right now, so that's still like a decent amount of whips to start. I started pulling some stuff, and I was thinking about it, but I thought, oh, if I do this, like, I'm in some different stitch alongs, and those are just gonna suffer. I really need to be working on those. I make it sound like it's a chore. This is all stitching. It's all cross stitching. I love it all. Anyway, I just decided for my Stitch Mania, I am going to put all my focus on my stitch alongs. So I have 3 of them, and they're not in here. I have 1 of them in here. I'm just gonna talk about them because I don't know how to edit videos yet and like add them together. So I have my Sunnyside Sampler stitch along that I'm gonna start with. It's the only one that has like a deadline to it, because I want to finish it by the time Stitch West comes around in October. So it's broken up into 12 pieces. I should be on like 9 of 12 and I'm on 4. So I am going to put that as my main focus this month and see if I can plow through it. I want to get caught up, so and get through part 9. So that's going to be what I work on first. I actually started it last night because it was May 1st and made just a little bit of progress on it. So I'm just going to keep plugging away on that. And then when I finish that, or not finish, but get caught up on it, I have my Doctor Who sampler. This is the one that I actually brought in with me. I haven't done anything on it since I showed it last. I'm still on part 1. I think this is 12 parts, but I could be wrong. So I'm doing the Tardis. All I have left is the little top part up here in the little light. So it shouldn't take too much longer to finish part 1. And then it releases on the first day of every month. So they just released part 3 yesterday. So the other 2 parts that they've released since the Tardis are way smaller, much more manageable. So this one has like 2 little cute little adipose up at the top and then a little Cyberman up in the middle. And then the part that just got released is like a band down along the bottom with the scarf of, it's the 4th Doctor, his really colorful stripy scarf is down along the bottom. So that's totally doable. In fact, I think it got released yesterday and I've seen in the Facebook group the couple of people that are already done with it. So they have a little more time than I have, I think. But I don't think it's going to be too hard to get caught up on that. So I'm excited about that. Love this fabric. It's really fun. And then if I finish this one, I'm going to try to get caught up on my stitch along. It's a Teresa Kogut Mystery Sal for her Patreon members. I think it's just tier 4. Don't quote me on that. It's called A Simple Life, and she releases it, the next part. I think she does it in the middle of the month. So she should be releasing part 3 sometime in the middle of May. So I'm hoping to get caught up, like get part 1 done and then do part 2. And then when part 3 comes out, get that done before the end of May. I have no idea how long these projects are going to take. Hopefully not the whole month. If I end up with extra time at the end of May, I will start working some more on a stitch along I am doing. It's the Soda Stitch Elf Tree. Jordan, the Tattooed Stitcher, and Bernadette of Burn Stitches are doing this stitch along, and I just decided to join in with them because it's just a really, really cute pattern. Sorry, I have little tiny pieces of tulle all over my sewing table still. I keep brushing them away. Anyway, squirrel. They're doing this stitch along, and I just decided to join in, and I was really gung-ho about it, and I got 2 days worth of stitching in, and I haven't touched it since. I have tried. I have packed up the pattern and taken it with me a few different places, but I just haven't gotten anything else done on it. So if I finish these 3 stitch alongs, I will pull that one out for the rest of the month and keep working on that. So yeah, I'm hoping to get all caught up on them, and then I think it's easier to like stay caught up. So that is my plans for May, and I will be back here in a couple weeks and tell you how it's going. Hopefully I will have stuff to show. All right, I guess we will just move on to my haul. All right, I have my fabric of the month from Bestitch Me. It's called Grog this month. And this is the color. a little bit oranger than it looks. It's a little more orange to it, but it's a really pretty color. I might have plans for that already. And then I have a few Etsy orders. I got my Happiness is Homemade, the Nashville Market Cookbook that's full of recipes and some cute little small charts. I'm excited to try the recipes and the charts. They're really cute. So we got that, and this is an Annie B's pattern. A sucker for anything with the fall. This is called Welcome to Our Patch. Just think those little pumpkins are so cute. So that one might make an appearance this fall. I know I've bought a lot of fall-y kind of patterns lately, so we'll see which ones I get around to stitching to this year. Next I have another big one. I love the big patterns. I just can't resist a big pattern. This one's really big. It is, I don't know what the stitch, well, on 36 count, it is 21 by 22 inches. So it's a big one. It is Mary 395. Did I mention how much I like sewing letters? Look at those alphabets. Look at all the alphabets. It's going to be so much fun to stitch. And then all the little motifs down below. I love this one. It's going to be huge, but I don't think it's going to take me forever because those alphabets just stitch up so quick. So that's going to be a lot of fun. All right, I've got some more fabrics. This is an R&R fabric, Patriots Brew. This one's fairly common, I think. I see it a lot. It's just a really nice, feels really silky. So, and then, oops, I think this is Fiber on a Whim. Yes, Buttermilk by Fiber on a Whim. It's a little bit darker than it's showing up, but another nice neutral. And then this is Seraphim Fabrics, Rustic Charm. So it's like a nice orange. I'm actually gonna, let me grab this. I also placed an order at Seraphim Fabrics, and I ordered a Rustic Charm from them as well. I didn't intend to double up on my order. That's just the way it happened. So this is the one, it is Seraphim Rustic Charm 32 count that I ordered from like a third party, and then this is Seraphim 36 count Rustic Charm that I ordered directly from them. You can kind of see the color difference. This one is much darker and oranger, orangier. Just not going to use that word anymore. So just kind of interesting. I know that like Aida dyes up differently from even weaves. You know, linen dyes different than Lugana, but it was kind of interesting to see the color difference between these two when they're both a linen. So I'm sure they were just different dye lots, but I thought that was kind of interesting. So that is, I'll just move on and show you the other fabrics that I got from Seraphim. So Rustic Charm, this one is Moonshadow. It's just kind of a nice creamy color. I love this one. It's called Capri. It's so pretty. Look at that. It's not quite as dark. It's a little bit lighter of a color, but those greens and blues are just so pretty together. And then this one is Castle Rushes. It's a nice yellow color. It's pretty accurate. It's a little bit of a darker yellow than it shows up, but I like that one a lot. And then we have Witching Hour. Nice gray. It almost looks like it has a little bit of purple in it. Witching Hour. Have to keep checking to make sure my video is still going. This is my last chance today to film. So if I don't finish today, if I show up in a different shirt, it's just a different day. I'm just gonna keep going. This is Sugarcane. Just a really pretty light pink. Just really, really light pink. So lost my tag on that one. And then this one is called Old Stationery. Nice pretty brown. Little bit of a different color than it's showing up. Maybe just a little bit browner. And then we have Regency. I really like this neutral. This is a really nice one. Just a very little bit of modeling, but nothing very drastic. Just a nice creamy color. And this one is Bump in the Night. It's gonna look great on some Halloween pattern, or a couple of them. I got a fat quarters though. Can probably do a couple different things with it. And this last one is Sand Dunes. Just a nice, kind of reminds me of the reddish dirt here in Las Vegas. So that was my order from Seraphim. I have possible plans for a couple of them, but not all of them. So don't know what I'm gonna do with them. Something fun. All right. Then I placed an order through, I can't remember. She has an Etsy shop, but I think I ordered from her website. The Crafty Malkin is the shop name. She has the cutest stickers. Look at that. These are going to be so fun to put in my cross stitch planner. That one, and look at those scissors. So cute. And I love the colors in this one. So, and she has more stickers than this too. I buy them all. And then I ordered a couple fabrics from her as well. They're both Atomic Ranch fabrics. This first one is called Blush. It's another light pink. Let me see, kind of make a comparison between this one and the one from Seraphim. I don't know if you can really see the difference. The one from Atomic Ranch is just a little bit pinker. The one from Seraphim is a little bit dustier of a color, I guess you could say. So these are the first fabrics I've gotten from Atomic Ranch, and I got two. And I already love them. They're soft, the colors are beautiful. Don't have plans for them, but I definitely want to do something on them. And this one is called Morning Lilac. I think this is one of my favorite fabrics I have ever ordered. It's kind of showing up a little blue, but it is purple. Just like this really light, it kind of reminds me of like the fizz on top of grape soda. Is that a color? The fizz on top of grape soda. It's just really, really pretty. I love this color. I don't know what I'm going to stitch on it, but something really fantastic is out there waiting for it. So this is the shop, Crafty Malkin. She has an Etsy shop and just her own website. Her tags come with cute little kitties on them, so what's not to love about it? And she has stickers. So we'll definitely be ordering from her again when I run out of cute fabric or stickers, or both. All right, let's see here. Can't even remember what's in this bag. Oh yeah. So I put another order into Hollis Hands Creates, which is an Etsy shop that I love. I got, this is some Fox and Rabbit hog bristle. I have a specific pattern that I think I want this for. So I got that to kind of kit it up. And then I got Spring Quaker. I've been wanting to do this for a while, and I just finally decided I don't need to wait till spring to buy the pattern. So there's also Summer Quaker that if you're not following the Huga Stitcher on Flosstube, you need to find her and follow her. She is doing the Spring Quaker right now, and it looks absolutely beautiful. And she is starting the Summer Quaker in August as a stitch along for her birthday. So I will definitely be joining her in that. Excited to do it. It looks like it's going to be wonderful. Okay, so spring is over. Well, no, spring is not over. Easter is over. But I couldn't resist this pattern. It's in Italian, so I'm going to mess up the pronunciation, I'm sure. Ghirlanda di Pasca, we'll say. Something like that. Something about this pattern is just so cute, like this delicate and sweet, and so I'm probably not going to start it until next spring and get it done hopefully just in time to decorate for Easter. But I just thought that was just so cute. And the pattern comes in Italian and French and English, so you can stitch it up however you want. Does not want to go back in its package. Okay, I had never seen anyone or any patterns by this designer before, so I'm a little bit curious about them now. I'm gonna have to follow them on Instagram, maybe find some more of their patterns, because if they're all that cute, then I'm in trouble. Okay, so I also placed an order at Roxy Flosco. Well, I bought a pattern from Modern Folk Embroidery, and the pattern used Roxy Flosco floss and their linen, so I just bought it all from them. So this is Night Owl. It's just like a really, really dark gray. Open it up a little bit here. The pattern I want this for is called Moonshine Cabin. It's fairly small and just really, really fun. So these are the flosses. You're really gonna see them very well. I don't have a picture of the pattern because it's just a PDF, but once I start it, you will see what it looks like. So, or you can go look it up. And then since I was ordering from them anyway, I got a couple other things. I wanted to kind of check out their linens. So I bought a couple linens. This is 36 count dirty porcelain. This is also just like a really nice neutral, just a nice creamy color. And then I also got 40 count lentil. Oh, that's actually a pretty good, that's showing up pretty good. So, no plans for those, but I kind of just wanted to see what their linens were like. And then they have a monthly floss club that you can subscribe to, or you can just get like a trial, like a 1 month trial of their flosses. So I kind of wanted to do that and just see what they're like. So you can order the brights or the neutrals, and I got one of each. So this is their brights. They're not all actually bright. I don't really see that as being a bright color, but I love that pink and orange. They're not even, this camera is not doing them justice. They're really beautiful colors. And then this nice cream one and a couple greens. And then their neutrals are not, I don't know if I'd call them neutrals. I don't usually think of purple as a neutral, but they're lovely. I'm not complaining that I got these really pretty flosses. I was just surprised that they came in the neutral colorways. So, I mean, I guess green's not a neutral either, but they're lovely. So, I want to try stitching with them and see how they stitch up, and if I still like them, then I might do their floss of the month for a little while, see how that goes. So those were from Roxy Flosco. Get those out of the way. I also made a trip to my LNS last week, 2 weeks ago. It's been a couple weeks. I mostly just got flosses to kit up a couple projects. I have a few of them here still. Most of them I kind of already dispersed into the projects I bought them for. Those are just waiting for something right there. They're kind of boring. I'm not going to show you. It's not interesting floss. It's just like Weeks Dye Works, Classic Color Works. So, but I also can't resist Plum Street. I've had my eye on this pattern for a little while, and they had it in the shop, so I bought that. Spring Moon. This isn't a really big piece. It's 145 by 169. I might try to start that sometime soon. I think I have a fabric picked out for it. So, and then the other pattern that I bought there, I bought some, well, yeah. I had never heard of this company before. It's called Butternut Road. Let's see if I can take it out. This is I think it's an old pattern. The copyright on it is like, where is it? Thought I saw that. Sorry, it's mostly just the chart. I want to say it had like a copyright of sometime in the 90s. So it's not recent, but it's called Once Upon a Time. And that's a picture of it. This has, it's just DMC flosses. There's a couple blends, but not a lot. And then it has just a few Mill Hill beads in it. I've never beaded a project before. That's kind of why I haven't done a Mirabilia, as I'm still a little intimidated by that. But this just has a few beads, nothing really big. So I think maybe I can handle that. I'm still looking for the date because I could have, oh, there it is. Once Upon a Time by Marilyn Levitt Emblem, 1994. Told in a Garden. So I know Told in a Garden, so I don't know, is Butternut Road part of Told in a Garden? I don't know. But I'd never seen this company before. I've never seen these patterns before, and I'm sure it's been in my LNS every time I've been in there, and I just didn't see it. But this is just so pretty. So I'm excited to start that. I have my linen for it. I know, I just told you all my plans for Stitch Mania, and nowhere in there did I say I'm going to start new patterns. I'm going to work on my stitch alongs, but if a new pattern falls in, I might start it. I don't know. I'm going to try to work on my stitch alongs. Okay, let's see. Oh, okay, this is my last haul. This is the end. So there's an Etsy shop that I follow called Living in Tokyo, and she just has a whole, she lives in Tokyo and just can ship things from Japan to the US. I'm frequently drooling over the things in her shop. There's all kinds of stuff. But this last time I ordered from her, I got some really cute books. So, and I got them really, really fast shipping, like less than a week from Japan. but I got them and they actually came while I was out of town. So I just kind of glanced at them when I got back and put them aside. So I haven't really looked through them too much yet. So I'm excited to look through them and we'll just all do it together. So I have 2 cross stitch books and 3 embroidery books. So the first one I should mention, these are from Japan and they're all in Japanese. I do not speak Japanese, but I understand stitching. Like, I can figure it out. These are not the first books I've gotten in Japanese before. So this is Frog and Toad, which was a book series I loved when I was a kid, and then I started reading it to my kids. My oldest daughter especially just completely loved Frog and Toad, so I love them even more as an adult than I did as a kid. This is just the cutest book. It goes through all of the Frog and Toad books. It has like the picture. Oh, I'm gonna need to cover up the patterns a little bit. So this is from Frog and Toad Are Friends, like the cover picture from it. And it has the picture from the title page and the contents page, and then like each chapter. Like this pattern is from A Lost Button from Frog and Toad Are Friends. And it just goes through all of their books. Like, I think there's 4. Frog and Toad Are Friends, Frog and Toad Together, Frog and Toad All Year, and Days with Frog and Toad. So, look how cute some of these are. This one has a little bit of English in it. I should maybe mention that. And it gives all the colors in DMC. It tells you what they are stitched on. Look how cute these are. It's also in Japanese, but there's enough here like I can figure out how cute they are. Playing leapfrog, or is it leap toad? They're just so cute. I wanted to make them all. Just have a whole wall in my house of Frog and Toad. Here's the one, ice cream, where Toad is carrying the ice cream cones and they start to melt, so he starts eating them. And anyway, this is just a really fun book. And then there's like some extras at the end, I think, that aren't, they're specials, they call them. Look at that one. I don't know if you can even see these. And I did glance through this book just a little bit. I had a chance to look at this one a little because I was so excited about it. Look how cute, with the little berries having their picnic. Oh my goodness, I love it. So Frog and Toad in Japan. The other one I got, oh, I just realized I don't have, I don't know what this book is even called because it is all in Japanese. But this designer, actually this isn't all in Japanese, it is in Japanese with some French, a little bit of French. This designer, I have one of her other books. I don't know how to say her name. Veronique Anjinje, I don't know. But I have one of her other books. It's called Fables and Fairy Tales, or Fairy Tales and Fables. I just love her style, kind of a vintagey look. It's really cute. So this one, I believe, goes through, it kind of goes through the year, like different celebrations of the year. So there's like Happy New Year, and Mardi Gras. This one is like a festival, a lemon festival. some of these motifs would just be cute to stitch by themselves, this little girl or the lemons. St. Valentine's Day. I believe this is Easter. That one is so cute. Little chocolate chicken. I like chocolate chickens. That's what lays chocolate eggs, right? I'm gonna skip. Oh, Mother's Day. That one has some cute little motifs on it. Anyway, I think it goes, oh, that one's cute too, a music festival. All in French and Japanese. Lavender. It just looks so springy. Maybe it's summery. Lavender, I think it's more summer. Then that goes into the school year and Christmas. I just love this style, kind of a vintage look to it. And then after that, it has the charts for all of it. It lists the colors in the DMC colors. So even if you don't speak Japanese or French, it's got the colors listed for you and it has the chart. And I don't need a lot more than that to stitch it. But then it has a chapter 2 where it gives all of the letters of the alphabet with things that start with that letter. So obviously this is French. Oh, I can't read the charts on this page. So like B, boat, and button, totally work, biscuit, bonbon. So you might have to rearrange them if you want to stitch them in English. Just find the right letter for everything. Some of them fit. C is for cherries. It's a cute one. Some of them work. D, it's got dominoes and dice and dolls, which are not actually part of the D. I think it's just supposed to be like a picnic, but she's got her dolls, so D is for dolls. Anyway, it goes through the whole alphabet. Look how cute this little girl is. Her apple. And then little snail. So cute. So it goes through the whole alphabet. And has the charts right next to the picture. So this little girl, her umbrella. And the chickens. Look at the little chicks. They're so cute. So, I don't know how to tell you how to look for this book if you want to find it in English because I don't know what it's called. But I'm sure you could look up this lady's name and see if they make this book in English. And if not, you can buy it in Japanese and it's not too hard to follow. Okay, I got 3 embroidery books. I have not looked at these at all. I have done a little embroidery in the past, not as much as I would like. I like to do embroidery. So at some point I may get into it a little more. I also have, my oldest daughter likes to embroider things, so she might find these books interesting as well. It says Chichi on it. I don't know if that's the name or not, but this one, oh, it's got a cute, this is like the dust cover, a cute little cover on it. And these are maybe, let me look through and find some of the patterns. These are so cute. Those animals. Just peeking up from the bottom of the page. Look at those penguins. They're so chubby. So cute. alpaca and the seal and the fox. This is my new favorite page. They're so cute. And pandas. My youngest daughter is obsessed with pandas. She would love it if I stitched that on something for her. So that lion. This is a long-tailed tit. Going with a stoat, some slightly more obscure animals. If you're tired of just stitching dogs, branch out a little bit. And then they have an alphabet that looks like fish. It's an English alphabet, but most of the things in the book are not in English. So the second half of the book gives you like illustrated descriptions of how to do the different stitches. But it's all in Japanese. So if you can figure it out from the pattern, you don't need the words, like from the picture. Or if you know like how to do these stitches, then you don't need the words. And then after that, it gives, I guess you'd call it like the chart. It's not, it has a drawing of the different patterns and tells you what color to do it all in, and like which stitch to use on the different parts. It looks like maybe it is in DMC colors. So maybe not a book if you've never done embroidery before, or if you're feeling ambitious and want to see if you can just figure it out. But it's got some really cute stuff in it. Okay, the next one, I just fell in love with the cover. Like, I just want to stitch that. That bag on the cover is just beautiful. I love peacocks. And I want to make something that's just this whole colorful piece with all the animals on it. That's so cute. More peacocks. Oh, this one is broken up into the seasons. Spring, summer, autumn, winter. Skipping a page. Little dogs. Okay, now I need to stop cross stitching and do all the embroidery because these are so cute. That shirt with the little critter peeking out of the pocket. So fun. Got a lion. I love the colors in this book. It looks like they're maybe using some variegated flosses, and I love it. Some of those flowers. Just going to show you like every page because they're so cute. So those are the spring ones. Oh, and this whale. Look at that. Look at the floss used on that. I need to buy all the variegated floss now so I can stitch all of this. Anyway, it goes through the seasons. That. The socks. I have never thought to embroider a pair of socks before, but now I think I need to. And then they have the little bag that is on the cover. Look at this little pin cushion. The owls on it. So cute. Axolotl. Not too many of those out there. Anyway, cute, cute book. And then it has another thing where it has like an illustrated description of how to do all the different stitches. Again, it's all in Japanese. Just a quick little how-to, and then it lists the patterns, and it looks like it may be, oh, okay, so this one tells you which floss they used, and they have Anchor, Cosmo, DMC, and Olympus. I'm not familiar with Olympus, but it lists in the pattern the number that they used with like a code, like a D for DMC, a C for Cosmo, and it tells you what number. And that is about the extent of what I can translate in this book. So, that one. The last one I got is called White Embroidery. Like, just the cover on this one sold me too. I love white embroidery. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh. Let's see what this book has in it. Oh my goodness. I just need to stop what I'm doing and do this for the rest of my life because it's so pretty. The white on the blue. I love white on white. Oh, look at that. Those are just gorgeous. I have an alphabet. Like a white on white alphabet. Sorry, I can't hold that up for very long. Oh, look at this. I just want to make everything in this book. Every little thing. Don't know what I'm going to do with it. Don't know when I'm going to find the time. But I want to make it. Like, we have a cutlery case. I'm not fancy enough to use stuff like this. And actually that silver needs to be polished, so I wouldn't really eat off of it anyway. But now all of a sudden I want white linen on my tablecloth, or for a tablecloth with these cutlery cases. That will stay clean for about 5 seconds. There's the cover page again with the butterfly next to it. These are just so pretty. I'm gonna have to give my daughter this book and say, you have time, make me everything in this. She doesn't have time. She's a junior in high school. But it's almost summer, so that gives her time, right? She made me a really pretty tea towel for Christmas that she embroidered for me, and I love it. So now I can give her this and say, make me more tea towels. Okay, there's even like Christmas stuff. Oh, nice. It has like a DMC color chart. And then like a how to do embroidery, all in Japanese. This one has, like, instead of just drawings, it has actual pictures of the different stitches, which is maybe a little more helpful if you don't know what you're doing. And then all of the patterns. Again, this is maybe not something you want if you are a beginner and you want like more detailed help, because it's not in English, but I want to make everything in this book. So sorry, that was not actually cross stitch related, but I know a lot of cross stitchers embroider as well. So, and even if you don't, like, these books maybe make you want to change your mind. So all 5 of these books are from Living in Tokyo on Etsy. She probably still has them listed. It was not like a one thing. All right, I think I have just about covered it all. I think I'm probably over an hour now. And my video is still going, so 2 takes is all it's gonna be. Thanks for sticking with me. If you're still here, I appreciate you, and I hope you are having a fantastic spring. I hope you are getting in as much as you want to stitch for Stitch Mania if you're doing that, or if you're not doing it, I hope you're just having fun stitching, and I hope you all have a wonderful next few weeks. We'll see you later.